Everyone adores the idea of wealth, but few are willing to dissect the mechanics of achieving it. The mental glitch: people love shortcuts, but millionaires in their 20s played the long game. They didn't just work harder, they worked smarter. While most fritter their time on distractions, these individuals honed a keen sense for opportunity. Rewind your perceptions. A million isn't built on a single lucky break. It's a series of calculated decisions, often in the shadows of public attention. The reality is stark. Most don't see the grind behind the glamour. Yet, is it truly a grind if you're methodically building your empire? The subtle art of wealth building is a map most overlook. Ironically, it's right under their noses, obscured by myths of overnight success. Welcome to the unromantic reality of becoming a millionaire. Millionaires in their 20s know something most don't. Financial literacy is power. It's not just about earning more, it's about understanding money's language. Here's the punchline: most skip the financial education that truly matters. They dive into the workforce, blindfolded by ignorance, hoping for a miracle. The truth: miracles are for dreamers, not doers. These young millionaires decoded the system, mastering taxes, investments, and compound interest. When was the last time you read a financial statement like a novel? They did, over and over again. Numbers are their narrative, spreadsheets their storyboard. A stark contrast to the financially blind masses, isn't it? This deliberate focus on financial literacy is not an optional skill. In this world, it's the difference between wealth and wishful thinking. Networking, the buzzword everyone thinks they understand. Millionaires in their 20s mastered it like a craft. They didn't just exchange business cards, they built strategic alliances. Most people meander through social events, hoping for serendipity. These young moguls, however, sought out mentors and advisors with precision. It's the unspoken rule: your network determines your net worth. Yet how many truly leveraged this? They didn't just find circles, they created them. Think about it: would you rather be a face in the crowd or the one everyone knows? This is not about being extroverted or charming. It's about being intentional with connections. For them, every conversation was a potential investment. It's a skill that most overlook, yet it's the backbone of many millionaire stories. Risk-taking, a term that sends shivers down the spine of the average person. But for millionaires in their 20s, it's a dance they know well. Here's the catch: they don't gamble. They calculate, assess, and then leap. Most people live in the comfort zone, fearing the unknown. These individuals, they redefined risk as a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. The irony: risk is where the growth happens, yet it's avoided like the plague. They embraced calculated risks, often when others saw only uncertainty. It's not about being reckless, it's about being informed, and that makes all the difference. The willingness to embrace risk isn't just a trait, it's a lifestyle choice. A choice most shy away from, yet it's fundamental to their success. Discipline over desire, a mantra that defined millionaire behavior in their 20s. Where most succumbed to immediate gratification, they chose delayed rewards. It's not glamorous, but it's effective. The reversal here is stark. While many splurge on fleeting pleasures, they invested in long-term gains. This wasn't just financial, it was a mindset. They resisted the siren call of consumer culture, focusing instead on wealth accumulation. For them, discipline wasn't restrictive, it was liberating. Most see it as a burden, but they saw it as a key. A key to financial freedom and a life of choices. Ask yourself, do you control your desires, or do they control you? This discipline in their 20s set the stage for a lifetime of success, a stage most never even see. The lifetime cost of financial ignorance is staggering. Consider this: the average person loses hundreds of thousands by not investing early. Millionaires in their 20s didn't skip this crucial step. They understood the power of compound interest, a concept many ignore. The opportunity cost of not investing early is a silent thief. While others hesitated, these young millionaires maximized their returns. The math is unforgiving. Delay by a decade, lose almost half of potential wealth. The irony here is palpable. People chase immediate rewards, yet miss the golden goose of long-term investments. It's not about having a windfall, it's about strategic financial choices. These early investments set them apart, turning time into their ally. Ignoring this is like leaving money on the table, yet most do it willingly. Here's the harsh truth. Most people treat money as a static entity. Millionaires in their 20s saw it as dynamic. They didn't just save, they optimized. It's the difference between hoarding and multiplying. While the average Joe stockpiles for a rainy day, they were creating weather systems. The cost of treating money as static is monumental. It's akin to locking potential in a vault, only to watch it wither. The reframe is simple. Money should work for you, not the other way around. Investing, reinvesting, and diversifying were not optional, they were essential. They turned every dollar into a soldier, working tirelessly in their financial army. It's a stark contrast to the underutilized funds languishing in savings accounts. Most miss this financial dynamism, losing out on exponential growth. Time is the most undervalued asset, yet it's the most critical. Millionaires in their 20s treated time with reverence. They understood its compounding power, just like money. Most people squander it, assuming abundance, but it's finite. The cost of wasted time is irreversible. The irony. Everyone has the same 24 hours. While others drifted, these millionaires orchestrated their days with precision. They didn't just fill time, they invested it. Learning, networking, and strategizing were time currencies they spent wisely. This isn't about working 24/7, but about purposeful allocation. The reframe here is pivotal. Treat time as an investment, not a given. Most realize this too late as their most valuable asset slips away. For those who grasp it early, time becomes an ally, not an adversary. The cost of complacency is a quiet killer of dreams. Millionaires in their 20s defied it with relentless curiosity. Most settle into comfort, but they challenge the status quo. The price of complacency isn't just stagnation, it's regression. While others adhered to the norm, these individuals reinvented the rules. The flip here is stark. Comfort may feel satisfying, but it's a trap. They embraced discomfort as a catalyst for growth. This mindset shift was their secret weapon. Instead of fearing failure, they saw it as feedback. Complacency is the enemy of progress, yet it's the default for many. Most don't recognize this until opportunities are lost. These millionaires, however, thrived in the tension, converting it into triumph. It's a paradigm most overlook to their detriment. The financial cost of poor health is enormous, yet often ignored. Millionaires in their 20s didn't skip self-care. They knew health is wealth, literally. Most neglect it until it's too late, sacrificing long-term vitality for short-term gains. The reframe here is critical. Investing in health is investing in wealth. These individuals understood that energy and productivity are tied to well-being. The price of neglect is steep: medical bills, lost productivity, and diminished quality of life. In contrast, these millionaires prioritized fitness and mental health. It wasn't just about gym memberships, it was about lifestyle choices. They saw health as the foundation of their empire, not an afterthought. A lesson many miss, opting instead for burnout and eventual regret. Their proactive approach set the stage for sustained success. The verdict is straightforward. Investing in financial literacy is non-negotiable. Millionaires in their 20s mastered this early. They didn't wait for the world to teach them. They sought knowledge proactively. For most, financial literacy is a distant goal, not a present priority. The irony is glaring. How can you manage what you don't understand? The protocol is clear. Educate yourself relentlessly. Dive into books, courses, and mentorships. Knowledge compounds just like interest. It's a wealth multiplier that most ignore. The reframe is critical. Financial literacy is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Most realize this too late, when mistakes have already cost them dearly. Millionaires knew that understanding money is the first step to controlling it. It's a mastery most skip, to their financial detriment. Here's the protocol: network with intention, not mere ambition. Millionaires in their 20s built connections with purpose. They didn't just accumulate contacts, they cultivated relationships. Most people network aimlessly, hoping for luck to strike. The reversal is clear. Intentional networking is strategic, not serendipitous. Seek mentors, not just peers. Offer value before expecting it. Networking is a dance, not a transaction. Millionaires knew that true connections require effort and authenticity. The irony is that most treat it casually, missing out on invaluable opportunities. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Make every connection count, because in the end, your network can open doors money can't. A strategy overlooked by most, yet it's a cornerstone of success. The final protocol is to embrace calculated risks. Millionaires in their 20s didn't fear failure, they used it as fuel. The average person is paralyzed by the thought of risk. The reframe is vital. It's not about avoiding failure, but about learning from it. Risk is a tool, not a threat. Each calculated move was a strategic advancement, not a blind leap. Most people cling to certainty, yet growth lives in uncertainty. They understood that every misstep was a step closer to mastery. The irony here is that fear of failure often leads to mediocrity. By embracing risk, they opened doors to opportunities others never saw. It's a mindset shift most never make, choosing comfort over potential. Millionaires made risk their ally, setting the stage for success. The protocol for discipline is deceptively simple. Prioritize long-term gains over short-term desires. Millionaires in their 20s lived by this principle. Most people chase instant gratification, only to find themselves unfulfilled. The irony is that true satisfaction often lies in delay. It's the art of saying no to the now for the benefit of the future. This isn't just financial, but personal. They invested in skills, relationships, and well-being, knowing the future payoff. The average person sees discipline as deprivation, but it's actually liberation. It's about choosing what's meaningful over what's easy. The wisdom is simple yet profound. Sacrifice is temporary, but regret lasts longer. Millionaires mastered this, creating a life of authentic wealth, a protocol most ignore to their eventual frustration. And now the mic drop. Your wealth is built on everyday choices. Millionaires in their 20s understood this with precision. It's not about radical changes, but steady, intentional decisions. The twist: most believe wealth is about grand gestures, missing the daily nuances. The protocol is direct. Control your choices, control your destiny. These decisions compound, leading to exponential results. Most people overlook this, distracted by quick wins and shortcuts. But the truth is, mastery is built step by step. Millionaires made each day a strategic move toward their vision. So ask yourself, are your daily choices leading to wealth or waste? The irony is that true wealth is within reach, yet most never grasp it. Their disciplined, deliberate approach is the path they took, and you can too.